and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is DeeDee, and on my channel, I talk through my weight loss journey, weight loss tips, and everything in between. Today, I'm breaking down my last 30 days on the carnivore diet, what I ate, my workouts, the weight loss results, the wins and all the benefits, and also the struggles. When I started back in mid-February, I weighed in at 174. But now I'm at 164.2 pounds. That's a 9.8, let's just round it up. That's a 10-pound loss. So if anybody asks, I lost 10 pounds. But the scale is only part of the story. This journey has truly been eye-opening. But today I'm giving you all of the details, the good, the tough, and the unexpected. So if you're thinking about starting the carnivore diet or just curious about what happens if you only eat animal-based foods for a month, then keep watching because I'm sharing everything you need to know today, all right? So let's jump right in. So if you've been following my journey, you'll know that I followed a low-carb lifestyle for about a year and I lost 65 pounds. It was going well, but for the last few months of the low-carb diet, I hit a stall that I just couldn't get past. I stayed and fluctuated 1 to 2 pounds from 175. Sometimes I was 176, sometimes 174, usually around 175, and I just could not break that plateau. So I had been hearing a lot about the carnivore diet, and I was thinking, I'm doing low carb. You know what? I'm hearing about the benefits, weight loss, mental clarity, reduced cravings, digestion. So I'm thinking, you know what? It's worth a try. Let me try this diet for at least a month and see whether or not I can break this stall, number one, if I can simplify my meals, and then also reset my body and ultimately see how my body responds. One thing I loved about carnivore is how simple it seemed. No tracking, no macros, no counting calories, just eating meat, seafood, eggs, and some dairy. So throughout the last 30 days, I definitely kept it simple. My first meal was typically some scrambled eggs with either sausage or bacon or steak. And my second meal consisted of either hamburger meat, pork chops, sometimes some steak as well, ribs, chicken thighs, tilapia, and you know what? I kept it simple with just some salt, some butter, and some minimal seasonings. Now, as for snacks, towards the end of my 30 days, I rarely snacked. But in the beginning of my carnivore journey, I did. I would always grab a bag of pork rinds as a snack. But going into week 2, I realized that I was grabbing the bag of pork rinds out of a force of habit versus me being hungry. So I stopped doing that and only ate when I was hungry. And as for drinks, I'll be honest, the first few days of my 30-day journey, I did have a Diet Coke or two. But I stopped that and I started drinking primarily water or adding some electrolytes to my water or coffee with heavy cream or sugar-free creamer. I made sure to cut out all veggies, fruits, and processed foods, and honestly, I didn't miss them as much as I thought I would. Now, here is what shocked me most about the last 30 days. I lost weight every single week and dropped almost 10 pounds without feeling deprived at all. I used to crave sweets and snacks. You would probably think it was part of my meal plan. That's how bad it was. But after week 1, all those cravings disappeared. Also, by week 2, I started feeling more focused. I felt sharper, and I didn't have energy crashes in the afternoons anymore. And by week 3, I actually started looking forward to my workouts and just moving more any way that I could. And the last thing that shocked me was not feeling bloated. I hate feeling bloated. It's just so uncomfortable. And I didn't feel that anymore. I just felt good, I felt light, and I felt great throughout the day. I also did face a couple of challenges throughout my last month that I want to share with you. The first 3 days were pretty rough. I felt headaches, I felt muscle cramping. I felt fatigued, low energy. It was pretty rough. But by day 4, I started feeling much better, and I think I can attribute that to upping my electrolytes. Also, another challenge was eating out. I travel a lot for work, so sometimes I'm a little skeptical about the ingredients that's being put into my food. So one tip that I have is that I always ask for any sauces to be placed on the side. I'm pretty sure I'm not catching everything, but that's the best way that I can minimize any added sugars or preservatives that could be in your meals. So that was one challenge I also faced. And the last challenge I faced was social situations like team outings with my colleagues when I'm out of town. It was just a little tricky because I would just order steaks or burgers with no bun. I would usually get the perplexed look or the, is that all you're eating? That question. And I would just say, yes, this is my lifestyle. This is how I like to eat. I would usually get a smile, a nod, and a look away. And I'm fine with that. Now, one challenge I expected to have was to get bored with eating just meat and miss my salads and my low carb treats. But that actually didn't happen. And I think it's because I got creative with the meats and the way I was cooking them. I'll use the air fryer, the stovetop, the grill, the oven, and I would just use different meats and seafood just to add some variety to my meals. So that actually didn't happen. I was fine the whole 30 days. Now on to my workouts. I actually kept my workout plan pretty simple but consistent. I started my 30-day journey with just walking. Whether it was walking outside or walking on a treadmill, my goal was to just get at least 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. And then a few weeks in, I started incorporating strength training. So I would definitely do full body workouts with dumbbells or body weight exercises or just moving my body. I love to dance. I love to have fun. So whenever the right song would come on, I would definitely hit my steps that day. And the last workout that I incorporated was HIIT workouts. A few weeks ago, I started to do 30-minute quick HIIT workout where I would walk for a minute, then jog for a minute. And I would just repeat that cycle for 30 minutes. I didn't feel weak at all, and my endurance has definitely improved since week 1. So, would I recommend the carnivore diet? 100% yes, but only if you want to lose weight without tracking calories, if you struggle with cravings or emotional eating, if you want an easy meal plan that keeps you full, and if you want digestion, mental clarity, and energy to improve. But it's not for everyone. If you like variety and feel like eating meat is going to be too restrictive, then you might struggle on this diet. But if you speak to your doctor and they have no concerns, then it's definitely worth a try. I am definitely planning to continue carnivore and will continue to share my experiences here on this channel. If you're thinking about starting carnivore, then here are some tips. Tip number 1, start simple. And start with foods that you like, whether it's pork, beef, chicken, and eggs, and don't forget the butter and the salt. Tip number 2 is to stay hydrated and make sure you're incorporating electrolytes. You can also have some bone broth to help you with that. Tip number 3, eat enough. Please, please, please do not undereat. Carnivore isn't about starving yourself. So do your best to eat until you're full. And my last tip is to be patient. The first week is an adjustment, but I promise it definitely gets easier. So that is my 30-day carnivore diet update. I am down 10 pounds and feeling stronger, energized, and ready to go. And drop a comment below if you're thinking about starting carnivore, or if you're already on it, what's your biggest challenge? And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.